Now before we go to our final render, there is a couple of things that I want to tell you. Just go back to your particle flows dialog box, press 6 on your keyboard to bring up this, and as you can see, we had set it a gray material to our teapot or to our particles, but it's still green. It's still to its native color. So to make sure and completely assign, just click on that material, and as you can see, we had not checked this assign material option. So click on that to check it. Close that. As you can see, our teapot is turned into gray, or our teapot is turned into our selected material. But there is another thing we have to set, and that is the intensity of the light. I think we had give him a very high number, a very high amount of the light. So in my case, I'm going to give him a 10,000 amount and hit enter. So it will light up inside the teapot, and to clear see the light ratios, just bring back your time slider to see the light clearly coming out from the teapot. So that's it. Now we will have to take a render. So go to your rendering panel and click on that render. I'm going to pause my render during rendering, and I'm pausing this video tutorial because the rendering will take a couple of time. So just I come back. So here we go. That's my final render. I had rendered that in the mantle ray, and I had changed some setting in a global illumination. So and I had also enabled the final gathers, so you can do that a couple of changes in your rendering setup and you can get the same results in mine. So I hope you will learn many things from this video tutorial of 3ds Max, and I hope you'll enjoy that. Okay, with the display selected, then change its type from text to geometry. Just in the type, click on this little arrow, and in a drop down list choose geometry. Okay, you can see the results in your report, how our teapot is changed from its original shape to the particles, and crank up its visibility to 100%. In my case, it's already on 100. So in yours not, if then make sure to make it on 100. Now this action, this makes you able to preview the results in the viewport as the geometry we choose or instance, and not dots or ticks. Okay, close our particle flows dialog box, and let's move our slider. Now move your slider in the time bar until you are satisfied with the results. I'm going to make it something like that, and that's good in my case. Now select the floor and go to your material editor once again. Choose any other empty slot and apply that on your floor. So click on that assign material to the selection. Close your material editor dialog box. Okay, now click on the teapot itself, not on the cubes. Now make sure you're selecting your teapot. So to make sure, you can see here we had selected a teapot 01 object, and to hide it by right click and hide selection. Just right click and click on hide selection, and now we are hided our teapot. At that point you had done with your particle flows. Okay, now go back to your create panel, and in the lights just choose a free photometric light and just play this. We are going to place that in the T-port. So just to do that, go to your top viewport, maximize your top viewport, and drop this light inside the T-port. Okay, now go back to your perspective viewport, and with the light selected, go to the modify panel, and in the shadows just check the shadows on, and change its color, its filter color. Click on that and change it to something like blue to make a nice effects. Okay, now make sure your shadows type is selected to the ray trace shadows, and in the light type scroll down to the shape area and set it type to sphere. Okay, and set the radius. Now in the radius just type an amount of 16.5 and hit enter. Okay, now go to your environment settings, just press 8 on your keyboard to bring out the environment and effects dialog box. Make him on a side. Okay, after that, under the atmosphere, click on this add button, and here just choose a volume light. Click on the volume light and then click OK. Now click on the volume light and scroll down. Just click on that volume light parameters and click on peak lights and select this newly created photometric light. So in easy, just go to your front viewport, just zoom into this free light, and with the peak light selected, just click on that light, and there we go. You can see in the panel we had selected a photometric light, and make sure there is no any other light with a single one. Okay, so this light will emit the volume light. So set its density to something like 3. Just type 3 and hit enter. Okay, we are done with the environment and effects. Just close that and let's go to our perspective viewport, and let's take a render.